Poppy got his 300th home run, Wake got his first win of the year, we were in first place for about 3 hours, then dropped back to a half game. But the world didn't end. Welcome to A Fan Divided. I'm Holly Mandillo. And all things considered, the Red Sox had a pretty good weekend. We welcome back the Cubs to Fenway, since we, with the Babe, beat them in the 1918 World Series. I gotta be honest, I'm surprised we let them back in the building. Why stir up any 1918 bad jujubes? But we share a common bond with the Cubs, and it was nice to see how well their fans were treated by the Fenway faithful. There were certainly a lot of them. And maybe this series will have some reverse the curse ramifications for the Cubbies. The throwback uniforms were sort of fun, and even though we lost that game, it was nice to see David get his 300th home run in a Red Sox uniform. And then needing a series win to stay within a half game of the Yanks and the Rays. We had been in first place during the throwback game, the Rays having lost their game earlier in the day. It was nice to see our name on the top of the list for the first time this season, yet after the start we had. But needing the win, our man, Tim Wakefield, pitched a great one. Probably helped a little that the majority of the Cubs have never faced a knuckleballer, but a win's a win, and Wake inches closer to history. And before all that, there were the games on Thursday and Friday, which were pretty awesome. We have a rule in my house. When Fenway stands, we stand. And I was standing as Jonathan Papelbon struck out both Bosch and Cabrera with the bases loaded to preserve the tie, after they had both hit back-to-back homers against Bard to tie the game in the 8th. You can't script that. And I jumped to my feet as Carl Crawford, our reigning walk-off king, got his 3rd game-winning hit of the season. I had to miss the 15-5 game on Friday, but you bet I watched it the next day on the DVR. There's the offense we've been looking for all season. Having lost last night, facing our old bud Justin Masterson, should have never traded him. And as a side note, these Indians may be for real. But with the loss, we remain a half game back. But we're solidly in this race now. I bet there will be a lot of back and forth in the standings, so we should try not to stress too much about any one loss, because I don't think any team in the East right now, including the Red Sox, are strong enough to take a commanding lead. We've got our pitching woes, with Lack and Dice on the DL, and Bard having blown 2 games this week. But on Bard, he doesn't seem too worried. He says his mechanics are there, so, I won't worry yet. The Yankees and the Rays have their own problems, so this is going to be a close one. Down to the wire, and let's not count out our feathered friends yet. The power-packed Blue Jays and the feisty Orioles are making this race closer than it has been in years. Oh, and this breaking news. The Rapture has been rescheduled to October 21st of 2011. You have got to be kidding me. Is this guy actually rooting for the world to end or what? And are we going to have to endure this craziness every 4 months? Is that the plan? Plus, that's kind of an inconvenient time for us. It's right around the World Series. Could we possibly push it back a few weeks? If there's no football by then, there'll be nothing to live for anyway. But wouldn't it figure if the poor Cubs find a way to finally make it that far, and then the world ends? Well, we'll continue to take it day by day and set our sights on the red-hot Indians tonight with Beckett on the hill. And maybe sometime this week we can enjoy being in first place for more than a few hours. Until next time, I'm Holly Mandillo, and I am A Fan Divided.